Thank you, Ellen. And now our valedictory address will be presented by Mr. Ryan Sottle. Good evening, fellow graduates, family, friends, administrators, and distinguished guests. I would tell you welcome, but as Maggie mentioned, that was her role. I am here as valedictorian to perform my role, to say valedicere, to say farewell. Of course, it is customary for all those who wear these garments of navy blue to say goodbye to our many classmates who we may not see again. Nonetheless, we must also remind ourselves that this is not goodbye to 13 years of schooling, it is also goodbye to familiarity. Everything we've grown accustomed to in our short 18 years is about to be shredded and thrown into the wind. It is the price we pay for our newfound freedom, but do not let this realization frighten you. On the contrary, let this be your chance to rediscover what makes you, you. Indeed, in theory, we have the rest of our lives to perform some sort of soul search. But we must never forget that time is limited, so with tact, experience the wonder that is life. As Mark Twain put it, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. So, classmates, I urge you to take the trip to the coast, eat the foreign dish, watch the sunset, and most of all, don't let the opinions of others drown out your own. This is your life, so live it to its fullest. Another recurring theme that seems to dwell around this celebration of achievement is the endless questioning about what we want to do with our lives. If anyone asks me, I always answer the safe one. I'll become a lawyer. However, what I really desire to say is, whatever makes me happy. Who knows, maybe law will make me happy. That's not the point. You see, humanity is in perpetual search for happiness, so I find it astounding how many individuals talk about giving up on long-time goals in order to adhere to social norms. It is this mindset that causes us to settle for almost happiness. America is a country built on innovation, and there's nothing more dangerous for the American dream than mediocrity. So I plead with each of you not to let graduation be the end of your success, but only the beginning. Go for your dreams, be something great, and beat the odds. As our classmate Colton Van Damme has repetitively and often annoyingly mentioned for the last couple of years, life's a risk. Therefore, classmates, I say go for it. Furthermore, as we part our separate ways this summer, we must all remember to stay humble. A lesson of humility is probably one of the hardest things for a teenager to learn. But in times when my ego bloats, I always remind myself of a little Emerson quote. There is no big, or no small, to the soul that maketh all. I do hate to break it to you, not a single person in attendance here is infallible, and any thoughts leading you to believe that you are indestructible are flat out naive. So, as you pursue your well-deserved happiness, please have a modest mind and keep the value of your life as the highest priority. You cannot find purpose in a life filled with an overabundance of hazards. As we bid our goodbyes, it is prudent to thank those who helped us get here. Obviously, our families need to be thanked first. It has been by their love and support that we sit here today. Then, we need to express our gratitude to all of our teachers and administrators who have put in tireless hours to ensure that success is attained for each and every one of us. Then, we need to thank each other, for we have probably taught each other more than any textbook ever could. Finally, we need to thank our community, who have assisted us enthusiastically no matter the reason. It takes a village to raise a child, and I am proud to be a product of this village. The future holds great promise for each graduate here as long as we press on. Remind yourself that roads are not found, but made. After all, the best way to predict the future is to create it yourself. Most of my classmates know of my affinity for all things Apple, so I found it very fitting to leave you with a Steve Jobs quote. That seems to sum this speech up quite nicely. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of other opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is merely secondary. Valedicere, class of 2012, may the odds be ever in your favor. Thank you, and God bless.